Most developers are trying to use AI either as an autocomplete on steroids or like a faster Stack Overflow. And that works for simple tasks, but it won't help you get meaningfully better at coding, and that's the real opportunity here. The key is to treat AI like a real-time coding mentor, because the people who do that will outpace those who treat it just like a fancy autocomplete. Used correctly, AI helps you write cleaner, more efficient code, understand unfamiliar concepts faster, and make fewer mistakes while building. So if you're serious about growing as a developer, here are 3 ways to use AI that actually move the needle. Most developers ask AI for code and then just copy and paste it into their editor. That's fine if you are in a rush, but it's not how you get better. If you want to actually improve, you need to treat the output as the start of a conversation, not the end. When you ask AI to explain why it made a certain choice, you are forcing it to show its reasoning. This helps you understand the trade-offs, patterns, and best practices behind the code and not just the code itself. For example, if it used for each loop instead of map, ask it why. If it picked one database query over another, ask what the performance differences are. The more you press it for justification, the more you train yourself to evaluate decisions like senior developer would. Some people say this slows them down. And yeah, it's not as fast as copy-pasting code, but that's the point, because if you don't understand the why, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes even if the code runs. And you never build the kind of technical intuition that actually helps you debug or improve a project. When you treat AI like a peer and push back on its reasoning, you'll build real coding knowledge and fast. You stop guessing and start learning how to make better decisions yourself. Next, let's talk about the one thing that makes all of this work better, which is proper prompting. Most developers think prompting means writing a question and hoping for the best, or at least that's how they use it. But prompting is a skill, and it's way more teachable than people think. If you learn just a few basic moves, your output quality goes up immediately, because good prompts give you better answers faster. Prompting is just clear thinking turned into text. The clearer you are with constraints, contexts, and examples, the better the model performs. One thing I hear people often say is, "But I don't know what to ask." Well, that's fine. You can start by asking follow-ups like, what are some edge cases I should be aware of? Or can you refactor this to make it more readable? That kind of follow-up questions are a great place to start. And these small additions shift AI from giving you generic answers to giving you useful ones. It's not about being clever, it's about being specific. Learning a handful of prompt patterns gives you more control, better results, and way less frustration. It also helps you think more clearly, which makes you a better developer even without AI. Now that you know how to prompt, here's a smart way to use it to level up your thinking, which is asking for feedback. So let's say you have written some code and it works. That's where most people stop. But it's also a perfect moment to learn and improve what you already wrote, because AI can give you quick, useful feedback if you just ask, how could this be improved? It might point out performance issues, unnecessary complexity, or better naming. And you can also ask, what's another way to solve this? And then compare the approaches. For example, maybe your solution uses nested loops, but AI suggests a cleaner one with built-in methods. This isn't just about improving that one snippet, it's about building a habit of reflection. And if you're worried about AI being wrong, well, that's good. Treat its feedback as a second opinion, not the final verdict. You'll get better at spotting flaws and recognizing good code. That's the kind of self-awareness most developers takes years to build. Using AI for feedback turns every piece of code into a mini review session, and that adds up fast. Over time, your instincts improve and you make better decisions on your own. So the real benefit of using AI isn't faster output, it's faster growth. If this video resonated with you, I strongly recommend you also sign up for my free newsletter, Modern Web Development Playbook. I share more in-depth content on this and other web development topics for the subscribers over there. So if that sounds good to you, click the link in the description.